This is another weekly developer Q&A from NetEase that I will cover. So let's get right to it. Question number 1. Our phones have only so much real estate. Being in nullsec requires constant attention to newts red flying through our systems. These require us to have the local tab opened up to see if the system has any newts or reds. Would it be possible to consider changing the total population displayed on the displaying total friendlies, parentheses box half green half blue, or backslash non-friendlies, parentheses box half gray half red, question mark. This could improve the quality of life for players and a much more immersive experience. And NetEase Mike Lee says, it is difficult to display more complicated information in a very limited space, but thanks for the feedback. This is translated, too much work, no can do, won't happen, and don't ask again. Next question. So the next question is, can we please introduce the possibility to scrap repo old ships that we don't use anymore? Maybe use the same skill as the scrap reprocessing, and even maybe spice it up with a small chance of getting the rigs back based on the repo skills. Yeah, I don't like that last part. I'm not sure. And NetEase Mike Lee says, once again, the best way to deal with old ships is now to sell them on the market to players who need them. Old ships reprocessing may be added in the future, but returning skill points or rigs are not in our plans. I agree with not returning skill points or rigs, but yeah, sell it back on the market. I can't wait for my Punishers to sell back for like 20,000 ESC to someone who already got one. I mean, have NetEase forgot that we have ships in the game already? Kinda too many ships right now. Reprocessing would be a great thing and actually help the game a bit with low tier stuff, but it seems that we might get it in the future, so for everyone who has a lot of ships here, hold on to the ships. Reprocess when we can. Otherwise, it's a great question and I've been waiting for that, and I will keep waiting. The next question is, it is very difficult for new players to hold on to the game. Oh, this can be good. Old players hunt new players. It is almost impossible to counter them. Can you give some kind of shield? Oh, for a few days? You can give free gifts, ships, IP, etc. Man. Alright. Once again, NetEase Mike Lee is answering. We have always wanted to teach the new players combat skills. For this reason, we have the novice tutorials, faction wargames, but it's like fiction wargames, I don't know, etc. to teach new players how to handle various situations in New Eden. We also have a rookie packs for them.
Bad. His son's scary. He's not my friend. He wants to hurt me. Safer.
NetEase wants us to keep away from low sec early in the game, which is fine. I do agree. And all the new players should do the novice tutorials. Heck, I think you should do all tutorials to learn the game. But they also say that there is a pack that you can buy, and if you ask me, that will not help you in the PvP. It's a great question, and I agree that new players need a big boost in the beginning, so I don't know, give them a lot of skill points, give them stuff that makes you invested in the game. Only then, when players understand the game and like the game and find friends, only then will they be dedicated and spend some money. Next question. Currently, there seems to be a disconnect between players and NetEase regarding the future of EVE Echoes. Yeah. Echo's sister project had this very same issue at some point, and thus the Council of Stellar Management, or the CSM, was created. Would you consider doing something similar to EVE Echoes so more voices can have a representation and get an actual feel for the community in general and not just content creators? Question mark. Dude, I love this guy. I am not a content creator. So what can I say? Sheev for CSM. This is what the game needs. It is a great question, and I agree that this will both soothe the players as well as help the developers. So let's see what the NetEase answer is. We will often hold an AMA event in the community. Creating New Eden with players has always been one of our visions. That was Mike Lee as well. So in a way, not necessarily CSM is in their vision, but why not do this? Sheev for CSM, I'm telling you. Upvote this video and let them see what we can do for them. And in terms do for ourselves. Oh, there's 3 more questions. Amazing. When are you going to add gunshot sounds to the capital ship weapons? EVE has a very wide range of weapons and sounds, as well as modules each with its own sound, which make the game fun to play. For example, spending 2 hours at the rally point shooting without any sound is extremely annoying and tedious. I'd love some sound and animation of the weapon in this game, and when I got to capital ships, I was expected to shoot with an incredible sound. It doesn't have it. It's silent. I had no idea this was an issue, but I will assume that they will fix it. So Nettie's Mike Lee, dude, Mike Lee is a real champion. He's actually going through all the questions, so that is amazing. His answer is, thank you for your feedback, but this is not in our development plan. They're not gonna add sounds to capital. Alright, well, why do we need that? I don't know. That's stupid. Question 6. Containers. Will you be adding this item in the future? It would be nice to be able to manage your inventory in a different way than using a filter. The answer is, it's already scheduled. Stay tuned. Mike Lee. Good work, Netties. I cannot wait for this. I have waited for this. So I will continue wait for this. It's gonna be awesome. Thank you so much.
You put your weed in there.
And the last question. Autopilot system prefers shorter mode. Could calculate the different space speed in different security areas. Yeah, because some jumps are longer, right? In the current system, shorter distances don't equal to shorter time sometimes. Very, very sneaky. Yeah. And Mike Lee said this is a very good question. We will consider adding this feature in the game. I like the question. And I do like that answer. And this was it. So take care, space huggers. And I see you guys again.